everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will feature a team that loves getting it done through the air. The Lions are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Redskins, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Washington Redskins and the Detroit Lions. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. They go back to Riddick. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. We get a look now at the offensive starting unit for the Detroit Lions, and one big target they have at tight end is Eric Ebron.
And they are ready for him to fulfill his promise because he was drafted to be a game breaker. Big target, guy who could block at the line of scrimmage, but really get downfield and make plays against defenders.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So on 4th down, here's Sam Martin to punt it away for Detroit. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The first carry for the rookie from Georgia. It's Keith Marshall. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ezekiel Ziggy Ansah with a tackle for loss. Just think he's still learning the game of football. Didn't play a heck of a lot of it in his native country, and at BYU was just scratching the surface before he hit the NFL.
Yeah, from Ghana, where he really liked soccer and basketball, but football's okay for him, right?
Yeah, I think it's worked out very well. Drafted on potential, he's realizing it here.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. 3rd and long for Cousins. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. It's the first time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Ziggy Ansah, coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Now it's Tate. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the 1st down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
Now a 1st down. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts the big man. Get the oxygen tank ready. And the Redskins scoop it. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Fumble return for a TD by the Redskins. Last year, they recovered 16 of them, most in the NFL, on their way to that NFC East title.
The word that comes to mind immediately is opportunistic. This is a defense that knew how to make plays and capitalize on them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. On first down, it's Stafford. He gets it complete to Anquan Bolden. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Detroit first down. With a carry. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now Riddick. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Riddick. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
Play action. Stafford. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 1 yard is a gain there. It'll bring up second down. And here's the Redskin defense.
Ryan Kerrigan is an example of bringing the best of you from college to the NFL and remaking your game. Terrific guy causing fumbles at Purdue, has done the exact same thing in the NFL, then lost weight and became an absolute terror rushing the passer.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Anquan Bolden, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Redskins off it onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and that'll bring up second down. First offensive series forthcoming. Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver that certainly needs no introduction in this league.
He's truly one of those don't blink guys, because as soon as you do, he's past you and in the end zone, and doesn't mind letting you know about it too.
23 yards on the play.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game. And he can break big plays like that, and we've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll try to run it in with Marshall. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I don't know if there's any other way to put it, but that play was blown up right from the snap. How about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? It's almost like they were in the offensive huddle.
Yeah, it's one thing to stand him up from that 1-yard line, pushing him back to the 5, though. Wow.
Yeah, I like what you just said there. Not just stand them up, but end up making a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
Cousins now out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Kirk Cousins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here come the Lions now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. This is Reddick on the screen. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On the ground, it's Reddick. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 9 yards on the pickup there, as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
That one intended for Anquan Bolden, and that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So still in search of the first down after that last completion. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So out now come the Lions. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. And he puts it through. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cousins on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Finding time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And to give this time to the tailback. So from the 40 to the 45, 5-yard run. Bashaud Breeland, the one that got him down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Stafford on third down. He hits Riddick underneath. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the...
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
Brief break in the action here. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford looking for Bolden, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Derrick Henry. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm hearing my old college coach right now. He always used to tell me.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Ziggy Ansah in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Surveying the field. Going up top. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. So out now come the Redskins. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Keith Marshall, 87 yards. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trent Murphy. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Out to the left here to Reed. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll come out in the pistol. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. To throw, Cousins. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So on fourth down, Cousins will head to the sideline and give way to Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash, this from 48. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the veteran corner, D'Angelo Hall. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. 10 yards still left on second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Cousins now on second down. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Second down, Cousins able to shake him off. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And back at the 8 now. Third and goal. Third and goal for Cousins. Under pressure, they got him again. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a fourth and goal.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on second and goal, a sack on third and goal. Now brings up a decision on fourth down.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw on second down is Stafford. Ebron caught left side. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On first down, Stafford here. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. On first and 10, Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. They go play action here on first down. And he fires one incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And now it's second down. And on second and 10 now. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. A great read, and it's picked off. field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Here's Marshall. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll run with Marshall. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
On 3rd down, Cousins. This is caught by Jackson. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Green 39.
First down. Here's Cousins. Out to the left. It's complete to Dodson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
No. Check, Patriots.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DeAndre Levy in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. To throw, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. It's caught, left side, Bolden. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. It only took Stafford 90 games to hit 25,000 yards in his career, fastest ever, and he adds to that yardage total there.
I'm not sure anyone in the league has a more confident arm than Matthew Stafford does. He can wait until they're actually open before delivering as opposed to anticipating them being open because of the strength of his arm, and he doesn't mind showing it off.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Theo Riddick, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
All the elements of what you want out of a play came together on that one. A really nice run, took care of the football, and even more importantly, taking the clock under 4 minutes now. At this stage of the game, how do you bleed out the clock, take care of the ball, and make sure the other team doesn't have a chance to come back on you? You're looking at your sheet, how many timeouts are left, how many runs do we need to close it out? That's what the coach is looking at right now. Situational football, trying to gain a victory.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Let's go.
They come up in an offset eye. This is Marshall. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, well, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Back to it after the pick six. Cousin, he's got time. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And they'll go on the ground. And a short gain down to about the 33. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Stafford going to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Third down, 15 yards still needed. Now Stafford finding time. Inside the 15. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they'll run it here. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Detroit, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.